Hi, it's Marco, and in this video I will share with you the interview that I made with the CEO of Nectaro, a peer-to-peer lending platform that I started to invest in 2024. This platform is really interesting and I really wanted to learn more about it because it's the first platform I see in the field that actually launched with a license. So with an investment broker license that other platforms took years to get. So that, and also the fact that they are part of a very large group in the lending space, made it really interesting, and I really wanted to learn more about the platform. So right now, let's not talk more about it, and let's go right into the interview that I made with the CEO of Nectaro. So first, thank you for coming to this interview. Can you start by introducing yourself and also your company, Nectaro?
Yeah, hey, happy to be here, happy to see you. So my name is Sigita Kotlere. I am CEO and board member of Nectaro investment platform. Myself, I have been working in finance for 12 years, basically all my career, starting from banks with very enter-level roles, and for last 6 years in fintech industry, and for all of those time also into P2P sector and market, so almost from the beginning of the industry. And so I have been with Nectaro already for 2 years. Nectaro is the newest company in the Nino group of companies. The Nino is huge, large group of companies established 20 years ago in San Francisco. Travel and entertech and also the finance sector is within the group. And Nectaro is newest edition, licensed investment platform, and operating since last year, 2023 November. So we are 7 months old as of today.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my question actually. It's pretty new company. So as you know, you've been in this sector for a long time as well. There are many platforms out there, right? Especially today. So what was the idea of launching this platform? How did you think you would be different, better than other platforms out there?
Yeah. Okay. So about the first question, why Nectaro and why here and why now? So the Nino fintech sector is very developed. There are several lending companies which are working already for some time with very experienced teams of professionals and also profitable. And they are growing and they are looking for new markets and new opportunities. Also in the fintech sector, there are payment institutions which is also working for a few years. So to create the investment platform seemed like a very natural step for development of fintech sector, and also for natural step as it has been seen in market for developing and growing the lending business with new markets and with existing markets as well. Also the knowledge base and the resources was there. So few years ago, the Danino company decided to add this new P2P platform and then create the platform for the investors within the group. Also from the diversification of the financial sector, so there is payment institution, there is lending companies, and so investment platform also very natural fit to the group vision of the fintech development. And also personally me and then investment platforms as such, even in these market conditions where there are a lot of investment platforms and high competitiveness. So I do feel, and I am strong ambassador of P2P investments because I personally see that as a good way of distributing the capital. And I wrote my MBA thesis on marketer on capital distribution from developed countries to developing via platforms like that. And also I think that it is very good for investors because of the various reasons, and because we are making the investments like that very accessible for investors, which they cannot maybe find in other institutions.
Okay, that makes sense. Maybe still on the same question. What makes you different actually is what really stood out for me is the fact that you are regulated, right? That's really
Yeah.
one of the first platform I saw that actually launched and while already being regulated. So can you comment on that? Like why you took this decision?
Yeah, this is very interesting process, as you mentioned, to launch already being regulated, and that was the reason why I explained that I am with Nectaro like almost 2 years. Okay, not two, 1.5 year, and we launched platform just quite recently, 7 months ago, because there's a huge amount of work to being regulated. So creating the procedures, to writing the procedures, to understanding, to aligning all the processes with regulatory. Yeah, so we do feel that that for us was the right thing to do. First of all, we are based in Latvia, like practically outside this rig outside my window, and so in Latvia the platforms like ours should be regulated, and Latvia is very also home for a lot of large investment platforms, as you might know.
Yes.
And yeah, and we do have the same license. So the first obvious choice being in Latvia because it's the right thing. We are here, and Latvia platforms are getting regulated. Also, I feel that this Latvian regulation for the IBS platforms like ours, but in general, is one of the strongest in Europe, and we do see that as an opportunity rather than a problem because those values align with our values, which means we can offer for investors very transparent, very clear, and secure investment environment. And also, I think that it's easier for investors because they can allow themselves to do less due diligence on the platforms because there's someone who already is doing that in very dedicated base and very often. So you can do maybe less due diligence on the platforms and check that because the regulator is doing that very strictly. So we did see that as the right thing to do, and that is one. Yeah, also we are proud of our team. We have very professional but not bad but also very experienced team. So our team members has experience in very different platforms from Europe and from Latvia, and we gather those knowledge base and we have learned from the previous experience, mistakes and good stuff. So we created Nectaro already on that knowledge base. Also, the group, the Danino being large group with the resources and having our back is also something that plays well for us, and we are able maybe to move faster to have this support when needed. And yeah, being new platform, I think that we offer the key benefits, which is understandable user experience, security because of regulation and the group, and also as a new platform. On the other hand, we are gathering the feedback, we're listening to our investors and taking account what they are saying to us and improving as we go based on that.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, for sure, investors really like regulated platforms. So that's definitely also a great, I would say, marketing advantage to at least to my audience for sure. That this I know. So speaking about my audience, I have a huge audience of investors that can invest in many things, right? They could invest in real estate, they could invest in stock markets, they could leave money at the bank, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think peer-to-peer lending is, if not better, at least different than other asset classes out there, and why people should actually choose peer-to-peer lending?
Yeah. So first of all, there are all the practical aspects being very low enters. So you can enter with as low as for us it's 50 euros, but I have seen from 0 to 100 max, like no to similar platforms. So very low enters barrier that you can start to trying out to start working with the platforms. One. Second is zero to very low fees for the investments, which is also something interesting. And yeah, so these two options make it very easy and very doable to invest in platforms and to start trying out and to start maybe also with low volumes to understand how it works, to start like training and educating yourself. So this is something why, for example, investors that do not invest in P2P platforms can start doing that because it's not requesting like making the big decisions on your 10,000 euros for next 5 years. So you can start easy, try out, understand is it for you, how the system works, and also you can choose between different platforms and trying the user experience, trying how you understand the product, because the entrance barrier is very low, and then you can decide where the maybe which will be your favorite platform from that. Yeah, that is one. Also, from practical perspective. Also, that is the asset class which I found be very interesting, and also platforms like ours offers that to retail, to average investors. I don't feel that they are able to invest in asset classes like that via different instruments. For example, banks do not offer that.
Yeah.
And third, okay, let's be honest, the interest rate that platforms like ours offers is very compatible with other investment opportunities. And then on the other side is, of course, always like interest rate risk, so you need to evaluate the risk, but on average I do feel that the interest rates are competitive to other investment sources. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the general thought, I do feel that platforms like these are very beneficial and doing a good job for the economy and for developing countries, and for the distributing the capital from those who are searching for investment opportunities, and to ways how to not lose the value of their funds, and to increase that in good circumstances to those who are searching for additional loan opportunities to develop and to grow.
Yep, that makes completely sense. Now I wanted to explore a question that actually comes from my audience directly. So I asked them by email what they would like to ask you. And the one question that came up a lot, usually it's a regulation, but you are a regulated platform, so that's not a question here. They want to know about loan originators, lending companies that is used by your platform. So from what I saw on your site, maybe it changed since I wrote this question, but you have one lending company at the moment, which is called Ecofinance. You have two, it changed. So can you tell us about your loan originators, and do you plan to add more in the future?
Yeah. So currently we have two lending companies on the platform. Both are affiliates or sister companies from Ecofinance, and Ecofinance being the fintech group of Danino. And one is Romania, which we added from the beginning, and in January this year we added also Moldova to the platform. So Romania and Moldova is there. Also quite interesting offer, because some of our investors referring that these countries that we offer is not so common in other platforms, so if they want to invest also something that we offer in those markets. And currently we are working only with affiliate companies, and we will launch two new countries this year, and also with different products. So that being Latvia and that being Philippines. Philippines is quite an announcement, because we are launching Philippines literally this week. So I hope that I can tell you this already, but most likely we will not post the interview today. So while you are posting, we will do the announcement. So that is like we are launching this week, and we plan to onboard, like, to see the track record, to do the analysis according to our standards and according to our risk management, and then launch that till the end of the year, most likely in the end of the year, just to see the track record. So two more countries to follow this year. But generally, we are open to the thought and to the business possibilities to add non-affiliates companies in the future, especially taking into account the need and requests and the feedback from the investors. So we would like add also unaffiliate companies maybe in the next year. Let's see, to diversify the offer from the countries, to offer from the products and the product lines for the investors, for them to have bigger choice to choose from.
Okay, thank you for this answer. My next question is more like about the field of peer-to-peer lending in general. So where do you see going in the coming years? So for example, some ideas for this question is about the returns for investors, about the security for the investor funds. Do you see maybe more platforms, less platforms in the coming years? What are your thoughts about the field?
Good question. Yeah. So I would like to see, but I also believe that we will see movement from unregulated environment to regulated one. I do think this is like natural change in all markets and market conditions, and probably also the regulated platforms will also have some new additions or limitations or protections in place time to time, as it also works with the lending business. So first when the market opens, there is like no regulation, then the regulation follows. So I would like to see, and I believe that we will see the same with investment platform. With that also being said, and with the regulatory environment impact increasing, I would assume that because of that, the interest rate also could go down a little bit. But overall, I do feel that the interest rates on P2P platforms also correlates with the average interest rates in the market. So that will depend not only on the P2P market development itself, but also in market overall. But if we move to the regulated environment, the risks there will be lower. So it would make sense that the interest rates also will decrease, but not much, because the still P2P platforms need to fulfill the niche that they are in. If we speak about the amount and the number of the platforms, I think that the growth of the number of the platforms have stopped already for some year or year and a half. So we are one of the newest platforms in like market, and at least in our region, I haven't heard about any new platforms coming up soon. But yeah, so I would expect, because of the regulation again, and then because of market maturity, that the number will most likely will remain the same, with some maybe additional new players entering the game, but also some leaving. So that will be like more natural life cycle, like more calm life cycle of a P2P platform market, rather than growing the numbers.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Now I would have like the same question, but about your platform, Nectaro. So, do you see? Can you tell us something about your plans for the coming years, probably in terms of new features? You already mentioned loan originators. So, anything you could share with us today?
Yeah, so this year is all about the developing the platform, and all about the functionality of the platform, all about the user experience of the platform, listening to investors' feedback, and creating the platform, the technical improvements, the technical solutions as such. So currently we have recently launched, last week we have launched Smart Reinvest, which offers to be more passive, meaning that to leave the money on the platform to work it for you, and not to less need to follow their money and doing the reinvest yourself. But in the future, we will introduce in September auto invest functionality, which also will diversify and will be more effective solution and tool for investors to use for their investments. We also are working on the refer a friend functionality, which is very popular and very keen, and also our investors who are joining the platform and who are with us already demanding that, because they want to receive something for being happy with us. So refer a friend and auto invest functionality is coming within the next few months. And again, a lot of small details, a lot of functionality that we are introducing every day and every month. We also have done passporting in several countries already, meaning that our license is passported in specific countries, which allowed us to count there as investment platform. Currently, it's already Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Austria, and we are working and planning to cover most of the Europe till the end of the year. And if we speak about more tactical decisions, so I already shared about 2 new countries being added to Nectaro till the end of the year.
Okay, thank you for sharing all those plans. Sounds very exciting.
Was very
I have a
intense,
question.
yeah.
Yeah. I have a question that I ask to every platform CEO or people that I interview on this show. Let's say there's somebody listening to this that is like brand new to peer-to-peer lending, and this person is interested in learning more into investing. What would be some advice that you will give this person that is brand new to the field?
Yeah. No, that would be to do the due diligence on the platform. Again, as I mentioned before, if the platform is regulated, you can be more relaxed. Then you maybe check who is the regulatory organ. Is it like really the governmental institution, not for the platform to showing that we are regulated by, I don't know, like SIA, Sunny Days, or something. So check if the platform is regulated, and if it's regulated by governmental institution. If yes, still do due diligence, check how it looks, what are the reputation, who are the people leading platform. I would suggest doing that. If platform is not regulated, you still can invest in platforms. There are a lot of great platforms in Europe still working, and I know them well, who are not regulated. And of course, you can invest in those as well, but then I will suggest to do much way more deeper due diligence, meaning to check also the status of legal entity, who is owning legal entity, how the legal entity is owned, who are people leading, who are the team, and who are people behind, and what are their reputation. So checking all of that, and also maybe if you can get your hands on the financials or some financials to check is the platform really makes sense from perspective. Also, I will suggest, if you have any questions, to reach out to the platform, because from what I know, and we are communicating with investors, we are listening to them, and we are providing information if they are asking that, because we have nothing to hide. And also the feeling that the communication with platform, or the feeling that platform will give to you also matters. So it will also show what will be communication with the platform if something happens, or how open and transparent they are. So yeah, the due diligence is first. Second is just to start trying with small amounts. When you have already this understanding that this is something you can trust, at least with your 50 euros. So start tracking, start checking, explore. Also, I think the communities and content creators like you also are offering insights on the platforms, and you can read a lot and understand a lot already following sources like that. So that will be my suggestion. So first of all, due diligence. Second, if it's more or less okay, then start trying with small amounts or with big amounts, how confident you feel. And third, to stay in touch, to maybe find the community, to read the news, to follow if you feel like you want to understand and want to be the part of the community.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for those advice. Before we end here, do you feel that there is something that we didn't cover and that you would like to share with my audience about your platform or about peer-to-peer lending?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that we covered a lot. So once more, I just can remind that if anyone has any questions or suggestions, we are super open, because we are working currently on platform development or new ideas every day. So still improving everything, and we are changing and pivoting a lot. So if you feel that you want some additional features or something is missing, or you have any suggestion or feedback to us or me personally, feel free to reach out. I'm super open to that. Other than that, yeah.
Awesome.
What I can also I can just say, yeah, to suggest to try out the Nectaro and then try out the platform, what it is offering, and looking forward to the communication and feedback, if any.
Awesome. Yeah, so that was my final question. So what's the best way to actually get more information and get started about your platform?
Yeah, follow and subscribe. Follow us on social media. We have LinkedIn. We are reposting a lot of information on LinkedIn. We have a blog in Nectaro where we are posting some updates on Nectaro, but also very educational information on general investments, because that is also one of our targets. We want to target also the new generation, Gen Z. We want to help them to enter the investment market. We have seen the analysis and researches that they are entering investment market earlier than the generations before, and doing that more dedicated. So we want to be part of the journey. So one of our strategy points is also to invest in education of investors. So we do have very active blog and active social accounts. So follow us there. And yeah, again, while we are growing, feel free to write to the support or to the LinkedIn and any social media to reach out to us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all this information. I'm sure my audience will love it. So thank you again for coming to this interview.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
All right, this is already the end of this interview. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that it allowed you to learn more about Nectaro, the platform, and also about the field of peer-to-peer lending. So as usual, I put some links just below the video so you can actually learn more about the platform. You will find the link to the website directly, so you can learn more about the platform, what they do, what they offer, and if you want to create a free account. And also I put the link to my review of the platform, where you can find a more detailed analysis of the platform and also what are my latest results with the platform. So I will let you distribute all of that just below the video. Of course, if you have any questions about the platform, about the field of peer-to-peer lending in general, don't hesitate to leave them just below the video. And that being said, thank you again for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.